This video is part of a series titled, Their Stories Live Here. I'm Ginny Barnett, and I'm a volunteer here at Flight 93 National Memorial. One of the youngest passengers aboard Flight 93, Toshiya Kuge, was a 20-year-old engineering student attending Waseda University in Tokyo, Japan. On September 11th, he was headed home after a vacation of sightseeing, adventures, and visiting university campuses. The adventures that he had in the United States and Canada included whitewater rafting, whale watching, and horseback riding, although horseback riding turned out not to be his favorite. In Canada, on the rafting trip, he met two Americans, Debbie and Kristen. Of him, they said, "We met Toshiya 10 days before the crash. We had a lovely day talking with him about his life. He was a kind and gentle person. When we saw a Dateline special about Flight 93, we were horrified to recognize his picture among the victims. We are honored to have met him." And in a letter to his mother, the two women also noted how struck they were by his friendliness and his appreciation of nature. His mother, Yachio, and his older brother, Naoya, described him as a positive thinker, very curious about everything, a leader, well-trusted, an athlete, always smiling, fearless. His love of the United States was impetus to his dream of studying and eventually living in the United States. Earlier that year, in the spring of 2001, Toshiya and 20 other Waseda students attended a 4-week-long English language seminar held at the University of Utah. This trip, however, he traveled alone. He wanted to immerse himself in the English language and the American culture. For postgrad schools, he was looking into MIT and the University of Pittsburgh. Toshiya was an avid National Football League fan, and he would often stay up in the middle of the night watching football games via satellite. While he had a San Francisco 49ers poster hanging in his bedroom, his favorite team was the Pittsburgh Steelers. He brought his Steelers jersey with him on this trip. Growing up, he played soccer, but while a freshman at Waseda, he was actually able to play American football as a linebacker. His mother said she was happy to know that his last days were lively and he was enjoying life, having challenging new experiences, making new friends, and growing tremendously as a person. He was a bright and illuminating presence in our lives. Our house has darkened. At the end of her oral history, she shared, "In this land, I believe this is where he rests in peace. So we intend to visit every year to visit him." And later, she also told the interviewer, "I will return every year to breathe the air that he breathes." In 2001, Yachio brought with her a Japanese flag and origami cranes to leave as tributes for Toshiya. In Asia, the crane symbolizes happiness and eternal youth. She continues to bring these tributes with her every year for the anniversary to leave for Toshiya. 2020, however, with COVID, this was the first year that she missed. But I was able to leave those tributes in her stead to honor her and her son, Toshiya Kuge.